What's Gucci everyone, it's AJ here, and today I want to make another Terminal Essentials video, and this video will be about the find command, because we be finding stuff in our directories and folders. Yeah, so let's start out with what I always start out with, which is doing man on find, which man is a command that gives us the manual for the command. And so find, walk a file hierarchy. So find is your search command in Linux and Unix. So as you can see here, the find utility recursively ascends the directory for each path listed, evaluated expression. And that's pretty dang awesome. And also, I am going to have a link below including, that's 25 ways on how to use the find command. But let's simply kind of let this go the easy way. So let's say I want to do the find command, and I want to do it on this current directory. And one thing I'm going to do is not unplug my other plug. If I simply wanted to go into my projects and then list everything, I could do find dot, and it would list everything, even recursively, that I had. And that's what find dot would do. Now ls will list everything at that directory level, but find dot will list everything in every recursive directory within where you are in your project. In this case, I'm in my projects folder. Now let's say I'm at the top of my directory structure, and I know there's a file in here that I don't know, that I haven't found. So what I can do here is I can do find, and then I can just leave that there, and I can do name. And I can do name, and let's say I want to find a.txt. I can do a.txt, I can run it, and then I gave it an illegal option. Oh, that's because I do need to do the dot. So the dot means start at this folder. So something I could do is I could give it the dot, and that means start at the folder above where I am, which is projects, which I'm going to cancel because that's going to search my whole directory, every single file at my root, which is huge, way bigger than just what projects is. So you want to give it find, then you want to give it the dot, which is which level to start at. In this case, the level we're at right now. And then it will search in. So this is where it found it. It found a.text at our level, which if I do an ls, there's an a.text right there. It found within examples.txt, and it found within get commits. Now if I do name and change this dot to examples, then it will just find the a.text within examples because that's the only place it's searching. Isn't that pretty cool? So now let's do a cool thing. Now let's find a folder. Let's find a folder because I think that's pretty cool. So let's again, I'm going to find here, and so instead I'm going to find a folder. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to search for a folder that we just ran, which is examples. And there you go. It found examples. Boom. But the thing is it found my examples folders, and if I had let's say I make a touch examples, so if I make an examples file, then it will also find that. As you can see there, it found .examples, and I now kind of have two. Well, that's because it overflowed it. But that's not the best example, but if I it will find files and folders. So the way we can kind of get around this is you can give it the type. So if you only wanted to search for directories, which is what I was trying to do, you can give it type, and you can give it type D, which means directories only. And then it will only find directories of that type if you're worried about conflicts. Also, something that you can do is you can also give regular expressions within between the quotes. So let's say, for instance, I want to start here, and I do a lot of Ruby programming, and I want to find every file I want to find every Ruby file. So if you know regular expressions, if you don't, this doesn't really matter to you, I can do a star, which means as many wildcards as you want in .rb. So I'm checking basically anything ending with a .rb. So anything that's a Ruby file, and then it will print out all these things with a .rb without much hassle because it is a name of a regular expression. So that's pretty dandy too. And so as you can see, the find command can be used really easily to find directories and files, which is what a lot of time you're going to be using it for. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, I'm going to have a link with 25 more examples of how to use this, and better examples than I did, but I just wanted to give you a quick tutorial. I hope you guys have a great and fabulous day. Best day of your lives.